Hi, my name is Celestina Darko. I joined Toastmasters officially in 2021. However, prior to that, I was visiting my club, Ghana Toastmasters. I found Toastmasters online and searched for public speaking platforms or clubs to join, and I found Toastmasters. And then I visited Joe Latte Toastmasters Club. I decided to officially become a member of Joe Latte Toastmasters in 2021. Anytime I go for their meetings, I like how succinct the meetings were, the English they spoke, the kind of speeches that were giving, the kind of people who were on the platform, who were part of the club. You would read out their bios and like tall list of achievements and everything. And that's when I decided to join Toastmasters. Oh, last thing, and Joe Latte at that time, every time there was always food. There was always something to eat at the end of the meeting. So that was also a motivation to join the club. I was excited. Well, I can't be very specific on this because personally, I haven't struggled a lot with communications or public speaking. What Toastmasters did to me and for me is that it did the polishing for me in terms of my speaking and everything. But I must say that there's been growth even with what I thought I did in communication school or with how I thought I was doing in communication school. Toastmasters built the confidence much better. It built the skill of speaking, and that's the point I realized that. My experience in Toastmasters as a leader, I must say, has been quite challenging and fun. And the fun comes when you're done with the whole period of being a leader, but the challenging is throughout. Also because I'd been a member for just a year, and then I was called upon to be a club president. Ideally, for one to be a club president, you should have held other positions in the club at least before, but then it was straight to club president. But it was a lot of learning experience, or it has been a lot of learning experience, specifically the people skills that I built. Because when I was club president, my VP was also not available, so I had to stand in for him and reaching out to people for role playing, getting them to join your club. The people skill, I must emphasize on that. It's been one of the things I've learned from my Toastmasters leadership challenging journey. Well, I've used the first word, challenging. The second is, it's been fun. The people you meet in Toastmasters, like Dr. Susie would say, she joined Toastmasters because she met family. It's fun. I've built connections, I've built family, I've built not just friends, I've built sisters, so it's just been fun and exciting. The second word would be, it's been an eye-opening and enlightening experience. For me, everything in Toastmasters is happening. So I think I should do this interview again so I can look back at this time, because everything that's happening to me, I'm still living in the transformation or the enlightenment, but it's just enlightening, meeting people, hearing speeches of different kinds. It's exciting. Which one of them? It has to be with the support I get when trying to to get people on board or get old members from my club on board. It's so seamless. They make it so seamless. They're reaching out to all the old people in Jola, say you need help for this, you need help for this, and in a space of 1 minute, 2 minutes, somebody's just giving you all the help that you need. It makes me feel proud. All these people are from Ghana Toastmasters. I must mention Nancy Nyakon. Nancy has been an awesome person. Actually, my official mentor in Toastmasters is Nancy. All the other people made me show, but it was Nancy, and she did the mentoring so well, putting me on committees and all the other things. Subsequently, I'll talk of Dr. Susie, who has also been a great mentor in and outside Toastmasters, even in the corporate world. Indirectly, it's been Tony Safo. Tony has been an amazing one. I don't draw from Tony directly, even through Toastmasters, but Tony has just been an amazing person, and he's been someone I've looked up to in this Toastmasters journey. I don't think I can end this conversation without saying networking and the people that Toastmasters exposes you to. I'm tempted to shout, hey, because if you look at some of the people I have in my circle, some of the people I can easily reach out to, not by email, but just by WhatsApp. I think Toastmasters has done me a lot of good by opening me up to so many people. I think I'm not even utilizing the people I have in my circle enough, but I'm open to a lot of people. Well, see, the $60 might look very expensive. Perhaps I need to tell the whole story with this, because even till now, it's a bit challenging to pay the $60 because we know the crisis and everything, but it is worth it. You may not even see the value the first 6 months you pay. You may not see the growth as quick as you expected, but there is a lot of change that Toastmasters does to you and for you. There's a lot of things you wouldn't even know about yourself. People take up leadership positions in Toastmasters and they say they never thought they could have been this patient, because Toastmasters gave them the opportunity, and it gives you the opportunity. The values are endless. What your boss would not pardon you for, here you would be pardoned for it, and there's lots of learning to do here in Toastmasters. I'll recommend it for you. Oh, Jolate. However, one club that has recently caught my eye is Tema Flourish. We have 6 months ahead in the Toastmaster calendar year, and they have already hit their DCP goals. I would want to be part of Tema Flourish, wondering what do they do? How do they do it? Then there's one club that has been there for 10 years, US Gladiators. I'm just wondering, what's so exciting? What happens in US Gladiators? Like, what kind of people do they attract? What kind of meetings do they do? And it's so, US Embassy Gladiators is one club I would want to join. The third club, I think I would choose a corporate club, so Stanbic or Fidelity. Also because the corporate clubs have large audience. The kind of meetings they do are fun and exciting. So I think I would want to join Tema Flourish, US Embassy for being 10 years, and any corporate club, Stanbic or Fidelity.